agree President Trump talked about tariffs on the campaign trail. I think probably a lot of voters thought that he was talking about the kind of targeted tariffs that he implemented in the first term and not these global tariffs that have diminished, wiped $6.6 trillion of wealth off of Wall Street. But I have to say he didn't, when he was campaigning, talk about the pain that he is now acknowledging. And I have to say we're getting a very Pollyannish view of what's happening from the Trump administration.
I disagree with that, Jake.
Well, let me just finish the question. Let me just finish the question and then you can answer.
That's not right.
But there seems to be a lack of acknowledgement of the real pain and panic people are feeling right now. And I don't know if you saw it because you were on TV, but there was a moment on Thursday, you were on Fox Business, you were praising President Trump's leadership, celebrating these tariffs, and all the graphics surrounding you, again, this is on Fox Business, showed the markets in a nosedive. And so you disagree that I'm saying, I say there seems to be a disconnect between what you're saying and the reaction of the world. Tell me why you disagree.
Listen, the president has, even in his State of the Union, I believe, he said that there will be some uncertainty. When we did the targeted tariffs in 2017, 18, 19 with China, I mean, listen, I was in the West Wing. I was helping run his domestic policy agenda. I was in those conversations. Secretary Sonny Perdue, the Secretary of Agriculture, put together a fund, basically, that allowed us to make whole farmers and ranchers that were immediately, hurt and had to have some mitigation efforts. That happened. So the idea that we didn't know that there would be some uncertainty just isn't true. We knew there would be uncertainty. But to take Thursday or Friday, and as we are basically laying out the vision that the president effectuated in the Rose Garden on Wednesday, and to say, oh, the world is ending, the markets are crashing. The markets are adjusting. Anytime you've got a strong leader who's looking at the long term, not how do I make sure Jake Tapper says nice things about me on State of the Union, oh, maybe I shouldn't do the tariffs today. That just isn't how this president operates. He operates in how do I save a country that for 100 years has been sliding toward decline as we have moved all of our manufacturing out into the world, as we have bowed at the altar of other countries' tariffs, as we have watched our farmers and our ranchers, again, can't get our corn into Mexico, can't get our dairy into Canada, have Honduras buying more pork and poultry than the entire European Union, have a 700% tariff from Japan on our rice. This is not okay, and it is not sustainable. And for us to continue to build our agriculture, which is the backbone of our country, but also our manufacturing base, our energy, et cetera, for us to be able to do that, we have to put America first. So those tariffs, as the economy, the market begins to adjust, we will see a more positive as we move, I believe, very quickly.